The next step in your research process is to take all of your research after you've collected it. You need to read through it and pull out the best evidence to support what you are trying to say. What you are going to do for each source that you have, you're going to create a note sheet. So one sheet per source. The notes you're going to have on here are direct quotes, so that's word for word information that you take directly from your source. And those have quotation marks around them because they're someone else's words. And put a page number if you have one. Another thing you're going to put on here, paraphrases. To paraphrase is to take an original quote and put it into your own words, and you need to change the sentence structure. So it has to be almost like as if you're reading it, you think about what it says, and you're putting it in your own voice. So it matches the flow of your paper. You also have to make sure you put a page number there because you will have to have an in-text citation for the paraphrase, as it's not your idea. You're putting it into your own words, but the idea was somebody else's. And then you're going to have a summary, which is just overall what was the main idea of the article or web page I just read. Okay, so that Purdue OWL site has a great explanation of this as well. Okay, so it says, what are the differences? Okay, so again, direct quotations are identical to the original. Paraphrasing, okay, so it's put into your own words, and you have to make sure that you're telling us where you got it from. Okay, and then summarizing is main ideas. That's basically what I just told you. So if you want to look at this, you can for more information, but I pretty much summed up what that is. So on your note sheets, you have to include all of these. Okay, so one sheet per source. So at the top, you're going to put your citation for that source. And this will be super simple because you already did this for your Working or Excited page. So all you have to do is copy and paste it to your note sheet. So this step is super important because when you go to put your in-text citations in your essay, you need to have this here, otherwise you might miscite it, which is plagiarism. So I'm going to put that up there. Then I'm going to follow the instructions. I need to have direct quotes and paraphrases under at least 2 of them. So I read through my article and I found more than 3, but these 3 fit best within the paragraphs. So you need to have at least 3, I'd say no more than 5 per note sheet. So I found one. This is direct quote. You don't have to label these. I just did this over here. So you could, right here on the left, so you could see what I did. So I put this in, I just word for word, and it was on page 2. I found another one. Word for word, direct quote. So you don't have to do this for each one, because you'll have to do it in your rough draft, your outlining, your rough draft, and your final draft. But I just wanted to show you, I know this goes here because this is what's listed first here. And so in my paper, it's actually going to look like this. So I just wanted to give you an example of what it's going to look like in the end. You can do that if you want on here, but you don't have to. Now I decided that I read this direct quote and I was like, well, that doesn't really sound like me and it's kind of wordy. So I decided this might be one that in my paper, this is still one of my pieces of evidence that I'm going to cite because it's not my idea, but it doesn't have to be a direct quote. So in your paper, your essay, you're going to have a mixture of direct quotes and paraphrases. So you don't have to use all direct quotes and all paraphrases. There should be a mixture. So I put this into my own words, and I changed up the sentence structure so it doesn't look like it too much. Then I found another direct quote, and then I'm going to put another paraphrase. I just wanted this all to be on one sheet for you. So you have to have at least 3 direct quotes and 2 paraphrases. And you need to have a summary. So this again is the main idea of the article. And so I just kind of put in my own words what I just read. So for each source, you will have one of these note sheets, which you will turn in to me. So to practice paraphrasing, you're going to do an exercise that you will turn into me. So this website also talks about quoting and paraphrasing and summarizing, so you can look at that, another great source. And you are going to scroll down to the paraphrasing activity, and you are going to do this. Let's see, I practiced before I sent it to you. You're going to do this for a homework grade. So you're going to go through, there's going to be a direct quote on the top, and there'll be 3 options you can choose for paraphrasing, and you're going to choose the best one. And when you're done, you get a screen that looks like this, and I want you to send me proof that you did it. So it says need proof, and then you just fill this out with your information. Make sure that you put my email address in there so I receive it. Okay, so this step is note sheet with direct quotes, paraphrases, and summaries. You got this.